Shalom, Yashua, folks, come on, give all praise on glory to you. How about someone side by side, God, that's what the long time process with Muslim, because that's one of the truth from. Peace, us, say, taste self for the Israel, Shalom, with brother Cross out the camp of SYDY. I'm going to say, we can't listen, be not carnal, because, it's like, it's like, but be not carnal, because there's a other Israelite camp that was at the Chicago Palestinian protest, just starting a brawl, starting a conflict, they're being carnal, and that's what the other camp doing, they be carnal and all that. So it's our job to not be carnal when we're doing the works. So it's affirmation. Today is November 5th. In process. Book of Philippians chapter 1, verse 6. New King James Version. Be confident of this very thing, that he who has begun a good work in will complete it until the day of Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's a daily affirmation, you know what I'm saying? I'm just doing less, be not carnal, be spiritual minded in the Bible, you know what I'm saying? So, like that. Be not carnal, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, they be carnal in this world, like they go in their flesh, So we're supposed to be in the spiritual walk,
Well, I get it. I'm very religious too.
Yeah, I be carnal sometimes too. So like, that's why we got to confess our sins to the Lord, and I hope that we be saved,
I always think that because you got that past, that it's okay to do that.
Yeah, no. Yeah, you can't be doing that, man. You can't be doing that.
That's what a lot of people think. They think that just because they got that past, okay.
I can keep doing it because nothing's happening. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the Lord's gonna remember. He's gonna remember. He's looking at you. He's gonna remember when your time comes. So
yeah, we're accountable for everything we do.
Yeah.
No matter what. Even if we just like all of a sudden just give all that up and direct.
Yeah.
We're still gonna be accountable.
Yeah.
For the things we did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
So it's not to be scared.
Just say
it's just to be. It's just as long as you in your heart know that you want to make that change. You sure you're going to be accountable for that? And you should have peace.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah. It's okay to have faith, but faith without works is already dead. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta put in that work. You gotta change.
You say about here. What?
You say about here too, man. Hey.
Sure.
Bless you, man. You say.
Oh yeah.
You say bless, man. Notes. Yeah, notes. Exodus 20 and 16, because years ago there was brothers in a different state. Until ISUPK was interrupting. All these different camps that are not GMS. They be doing it for the glory of man. They be worshiping men. They be worshiping John Yohana, IUIC worshiping Bishop Daniel. I don't know the other leaders of the other different camps. Those are in the guerrilla Hebrew, Sakari. But again, Exodus. So we're gonna go to the book of Exodus. Exodus 20. 16. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. So your neighbor is your brother in the shoot. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody, because the Lord said, because when you read the scriptures, the Lord specifically said that Israel shall call Negroes, Latino, and American Indians when you read Genesis 49. Jacob is your brother. He's your neighbor. He's your brother. You know what I'm saying? Not Esau and all these other different heathen nations that are not Israelites. Jacob is your brother. You know what I'm saying? Yes, that carnal as hell. You know, but like we gotta keep our peace. You know, we cannot be carnal. You know what I'm saying? Because we're in the spiritual walk to give glory to Yahweh, sound only. Book of Mark. Mark. Mark chapter 9. Book of Mark chapter 9, verse 10. And they kept saying with themselves, questioning one with another, what the rising from the dead shall mean. God. You know, God. Yeah, different camps that they different camps. You know, like all these different camps they want to unite, but they be causing conflicts against one another. You know what I'm saying? They be carnal. You know, they do wicked things. You know, they want to start a fight. They want to curse. They want to start a riot. You know what I'm saying? Start a brawl, which is not a good thing to do. You know, a wolf in sheep clothing. You know, they're wolves in sheep clothing. All right, they are wolves in sheep clothing. First Corinthians chapter 3. First Corinthians chapter 3, verse 3. For ye are yet carnal, for whereas there is among you envying and strife and division, are you not carnal and walking as men? So yeah, you being carnal, you're preventing being spiritual by being carnal. You know what I'm saying? You're glorifying the man, and that's what these different camps be doing. You know, all these different camps are called GMS, pedophiles and all that, and rapists. Where's the truth? How come they're not locked up? You know what I'm saying? And another thing too, like with those different black, different Israelite groups that was fighting against the Palestinian protest groups, they're making us look bad. You know what I'm saying? That's another reason why we cannot unite as a one. You know what I'm saying? We can't unite. You know, because there's different camps. You know that be like I said, they be going carnal. You know, I can't put in no simple term. You know what I'm saying? And this is what Yahweh said in the last what would happen in the last days before his hour of temptation. You know what I'm saying? So along with the book of Romans. Romans 8 and 6. The book of Romans chapter 8 verse 6. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. So again, like if you want peace, if you want everlasting peace, you cannot be carnal. You cannot be carnal minded. Alright, do not live a life for the glory of man. Alright, so when you're doing lessons, doing camp lessons, when you're doing lessons in general, be in the spiritual walk and give glory. And this is all for your how about yourself, not for anybody else. Alright, this is not for a man. This is for your how about yourself. First Corinthians 2. Book of First Corinthians chapter 2, verse 4. And my speech and my preaching was not with enticing words of a man's wisdom, but in demonstration of the spirit and of power. So again, wisdom comes from the spiritual. Wisdom comes in the spirit from the Lord Yahweh, you know? Because remember, the Heavenly Father created everything, including His Son, Yahweh. They created everything, you know? But no, like when you have these different camps, you know what I'm saying? They want to act like the ISUPK they give them a praise. ISUPK they be worshiping the General Yohana, you know? Worshiping General Yohana. That's what all these other different Israelite camps do. You know, they worship a man. You know. And yes, they gonna think that we're worshiping a man. You know, because we got Apostle Tahar and all that down on. You know, but they giving all praise and all glory to the Lord too. You know, they're the ones that he's the one giving the Lord giving praise to the Lord. You know, and that's what we learn the truth from. You know. First Corinthians. 1 Corinthians 15:33. Be not deceived, evil communications corrupt good manners. So be not deceived, you know what I'm saying? Because when you get rebuked, rebuke is better than secret love, you know what I'm saying? So whenever you do wrong, you know what I'm saying? If you do wrong, the Lord's gonna rebuke you, but he's gonna use certain people to get you to talk to you, to rebuke you. Rebuking ain't good, it doesn't feel good, but it's good for you mentally and spiritually. It's better than secret love, because if you got secret love, then you don't think that you got the path to keep doing what you want to do. Shalom, Yahweh Shema Shabbat Shema Kadash Bakatah. Shalom, shalom. Let's go to Philippians. I'm going to go to Philippians. Philippians 1, chapter 1, verse 15 and 17. Book of Philippians, chapter 1, verse 15. Some indeed preach Hamashiach even of envy and strife, and some also of goodwill. So, brothers, they like GMS, and SLYDY. They preaching in a good way, They preaching in a good way, and they strife, they doing a good will, GMS, all these other different Israelite camps, they move recklessly, and they move recklessly. GMS, they move smart, they make smart moves, Because when you watch GMS, when you watch lessons from brothers of GMS, they're always spiritual minded. They don't cause no fight, Even though if a person come up to you, be up in your face and all that, just tell them to back off, Remember, don't give you the right to put your hands on them, you know what I'm saying? But if they put just praise the Lord that and hope that they don't put their hands on you, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody, especially two-thirds, they hella carnal too. They carnal, but the other Israelite camps, they're way carnal, because they're using this doctrine to get what they want, to get attention, not giving all the glory and praises to Yahweh Shah. That's the difference between us and them. In 17. But the other of love, knowing that I am sent for the defense of the gospel. So we're being defended. So we're defending this gospel. Anybody that comes against this gospel, we're supposed to defend you. You know what I'm saying? The scripture says, "Be wise as a serpent and harmless as doves." You know what I'm saying? Yes, we're supposed to defend this gospel, but that doesn't mean that we got to put our hands on people. You know what I'm saying? That's being carnal. That's not what the man of the Lord is supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? That's what the man of the Lord is supposed to do. Proverbs. Proverbs 28. Proverbs 28 and 1. This book of Proverbs, chapter 28, verse 1. The wicked flee when no man pursueth, but the righteous are bold as lions. So we're bold, standing our ground, being wise and harmless, you know what I'm saying? We're not putting our hands on nobody, but we ain't backing down. So just because we ain't putting our hands on nobody, that's another thing too. You gotta be on the lookout. When y'all on the camps doing lessons, doing camp lessons, people gonna come up to you the wrong way. They'll provoke you. There's numerous ways why they provoke you. The main reason why they come upon you the wrong way is like this word is piercing them. It's a two-edged. It pierced the wickedness. It's a most sharpest sword. Roughly paraphrasing this, Salaki for butchering the scriptures, but people, they get hurt. You know what I'm saying? Now mainly because the camp lessons, they walk past you, but like some people, like they'll come up against you. You know what I'm saying? That's because they're hurt. The scriptures, this truth hurts them. It pierced them. You know what I'm saying? This truth is a two-edged sword. So brothers GMS, I believe that GMS are bold as lions, especially SOYDY. They're bold as a lion. Because we're standing on ground. We're not putting our hands on nobody, but we're harmless as doves. But we're wise as a serpent. We're on the lookout. We're being put on the lookout. That's what you gotta do. Be wise. Be wise on how you move. Matthew 12. Matthew 12. Look at Matthew chapter 12, verse 36 and 7. Matthew 12 and 36. This is what Yahweh is saying. But I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. So everything that you do, you know what I'm saying? Like if you ain't practicing what you're preaching, then you're gonna be held accountable for your judgment when the judgment day comes. Verse 37. For by the words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words shall be condemned. You know what I'm saying? So like everything that you say you're gonna do, like where you say you're gonna do, and if you do or you don't do, you're gonna be held accountable regardless. Either good or bad. You're gonna be held accountable regardless. In the day of judgment. Matthew 18, verse 6. But whoso shall offend of these little ones which in believe in me, if it were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, and that he was drowned in the depth of the sea. So, hey, if you offend the Lord's little ones that believe in His truth, you know what I'm saying? It's better that you hang yourself. Because when the Lord, yes, the Lord is watching you. You know what I'm saying? Nothing's happening to you, so you think you okay to get that you have a pass to offend the Lord's little ones when they teach the truth. The full truth, mainly GMS. Hopefully GMS, but when you offend the Lord's little ones, it's better to hang yourself. Just like I just read. You know what I'm saying? Just like what we read. Because like what the Lord gonna do to you is gonna be a whole lot worse. Christianity, they think that like if you do evil throughout the entire life until judgment day comes, you're gonna go to hell, which is like they say it's an underground, which is going off. But no, like when you read the scriptures, the Lord will do you worse. He will do you worse. All right. So it's better to just hang yourself, when you offend the Lord's little ones. Proverbs. This book of Proverbs, chapter 10, verse 18. He that hateth hatred with lying lips, and he that uttereth slander is a fool. So, you gotta be on the lookout, because some jakes, they claim to be in the truth, and they'll say nice things about you, but like behind closed doors, they have hatred in their heart, against you, against his brothers, which is a fool, which is a fool. So again, the Lord already knows you. He's watching you. It's like the Lord standing in front of you. You hide behind this small tree right here, trying to squeeze your way in to fit. Like you hide behind this tree, but like the Lord can see right through it. You know what I'm saying? He can see you through that tree. So again, let's go to the book of Isaiah. Book of Isaiah. Isaiah 8, 8 and 20. Book of Isaiah 8 and 20. And to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. So if they're not being spiritual minded in this walk, being carnal, there was no light. There was no light in them, because they speak not of this word. First Corinthians. First Corinthians chapter 1, verse 10. I think. Slack bear with me, beloved brothers. Slack it. Book of First Corinthians chapter 1, verse 10. Now I beseech you, brethren, by the name of our Lord Yahweh Mashiach, that ye all speak the same thing, and that there be no division among you, but that ye be perfectly joined together in the same mind and in the same judgment. So we're supposed to speak the same doctrine, you know what I'm saying? We're supposed to speak in the same doctrine. There's supposed to be no division. But like to this day, there's a lot of divisions. They teach about madness, you know what I'm saying? They teach about different doctrines that's going off and confusing the Lord's people, you know? But the main big red flag is like when the different camps are teaching that the MOTB is not the RFID, you know, that the MOTB is not the seer. And when you see like they're not, when you see that they're teaching that the MOTB is not the seer, that's when you gotta walk away. You know, stay away from them. You know what I'm saying? Stay away from them. You do not want to. You do not want to be part of them. You do not want to be with them when that time comes. You know, because they'll get you killed. And to you false camps out there that's confusing the Lord's people, you know, you're gonna get that worst judgment. You're gonna get that worst judgment. Romans, book of Romans 16. Romans 16, 17, 16 and 17. Romans 16 and 17. Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause division and offense, contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them. So yes, you know, like mark them that cause division and leave them alone. You know what I'm saying? Don't rock with them. You know what I'm saying? Just let them be. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta work out your own salvation. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in this truth gotta work out their own salvation. You know, we gotta get our own ticket. You know. But the one that's causing division, like all these other different camps, you know, telling them like, oh, we should get guns, you know what I'm saying? We should go against the protests. We should start a brawl, you know what I'm saying? We should slap a man. We should slap a person when we're doing the camp lessons. That's not being spiritual minded. That goes all the way back to being carnal, you know, being part of carnality, and that's gonna get you. That's gonna get you caught up, you know. That's gonna get you caught up. Book of Romans 12, 16 to 19. Be of the same mind one toward another. Be mind not high things, but condescended to men of low estate. Be not wise in your own conceits. So be not wise in your own conceit. Be compensed to no man evil for evil. Provide things honest in the sight of all men. If it possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, says the Lord Yahweh Shah. So the revenge is for the Lord Yahweh Shah to execute, not for us. We're not supposed to avenge ourselves, because remember, the Lord is more than everybody. You know, the Lord's ways are more and everlasting than a man's ways, you know? So the Lord kept saying, let me deal with this. Let me deal with this. I got your back. Don't worry about it. So, again, you know, like, people that come against the brothers of GMS and SOYWY, we're just gonna give them to the Lord, you know. We're gonna let the Lord handle them, you know, because we know what the Lord could do. They don't know what the Lord could do, you know, and they're gonna get caught, you know, when the time comes. They're gonna get caught when the time comes. Book of 2 Samuel, chapter 3. Book of 2 Samuel. Second Samuel. Book of 2 Samuel, chapter 3. Book of Samuel, chapter 3, verse 1. Now there was long war between the house of Saul and the house of David. But David was waxed stronger and stronger, and the house of Saul was waxed weaker and weaker. You know, a house of Saul, you know what I'm saying? We're supposed to be in the mindset of the house of David, no, not house of Saul. That's all these different camps and 2/3 on it, you know what I'm saying? But mainly the topic is like with these different Israelite camps, you know, they're in the house of Saul because they're carnal minded. We're gonna go back to Matthew 23 and 2. We're gonna go back to Matthew 23 and 2. This book of Matthew, chapter 23, verse 2, saying, the scribes and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat. All therefore, whatsoever they bid you observe, that observe and do, but do not yea after their works, for they say do not. So we're going to go to the book of Matthew, chapter 3. Book of Matthew, chapter 3. We're going to go from verse 1 to 4. Book of Matthew, chapter 3, verse 1. In those days came John the Baptist preaching in the wilderness of Judea, and saying, repent ye, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. For this is he that was spoken of by the prophet Esaias, saying, the voice of one crying in the wilderness, prepare ye the way of the Lord, make his path straight. And the same John had his raiment of camel's hair, and a leather girdle about his loins, and his meat was locusts and wild honey. Our job is to obey Yahweh on side, not a man. Again, our job is to obey Yahweh on side, not a man. So we're going to go to the book of Philippians. Book of Philippians, chapter 2. Book of Philippians, chapter 2, verse 12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but how much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. So again, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. You know, do the works. All right? Because soon, hey, because we ain't close to the time, you know what I'm saying? Like that tribulation is coming, that hour of temptation is coming. So, brothers, be prepared to be on the warning list. Be prepared to be on the warning list. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, Esau going to come crashing down on us. Hebrews. Hebrews 4, verse 12. For the word of Yahweh Most High power is quick and powerful, and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. So, again, like I said earlier, you know what I'm saying? People, like some people gonna come at you the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Most Slovakia. My phone was over here in Slovakia. Yeah, about some side, Slovakia. Uh, I'm gonna do the part. I'm gonna try to finish this. I'm gonna do a sit down lesson. I'm gonna go back to my crib, do a sit down lesson. Lord willing, that this is edified. I want to give all players on go to you. How about some side by some that's what thumb double all top positive mess something well because that's where I learned to shoot from. Peace up, stay safe like Israel. So my phone blacked out because it was overheating. It was overheated. So good to Wadi How about some side for keeping this live going. Lord willing that when I get back to my crib, I'll start doing. I finish off this lesson at my crib, bringing out the rest of the precepts and break it down. Be not carnal, you know. But next time I tune in, I'm gonna say shalom.